Hello, I'm Coach T, Greg Thomas, head coach and offense coordinator for the Olathe Christian School Warriors, OCS Warriors, Go Warriors. And I'm an offensive kind of guy. I've been an offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach for much of my career, coached for about 28 years, and I'm an offensive kind of guy. So the guys that do the things like what Mike Leach at Texas Tech with Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree, what June Jones has done in Hawaii with Colt Brennan and some of those guys, what Florida and Urban Myers does, people like that, MU, Coach Pinkel, and what Chase Daniel and people like that do, that's exciting football. Throw the football. I like the coaches that say 70% of the time we're going to throw the ball, and the other 30% of the time we're going to think about it. So that's kind of my philosophy there. Some of the older line coaches were the type that would say, when you throw the football, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. And so that, the 2 things that are bad are either incompletion or interception. Well, I'm the kind of coach that says I like that 1 out of 3, that chance of catching the football. So I've worked with receivers for many years and we've had a lot of success with that. And so we're going to take today and we're going to go over some of the basic skills in wide receiver play. I've been fortunate to work with a lot of good receiver coaches over the years, a lot of college, some of the NFL guys, and have learned a lot of things. We don't have time now to go over all the different things I've learned, so we're just going to go over a few things in a short, concise fashion there. In the future, we'll do more videos, more technique. If you're interested, you can contact Myosource.com. You can contact me at CoachTTD.com or CoachTTD@yahoo.com is my email, and we can have some fun. Right now, I'm working with receivers around the country, just giving them some little tips and pointers, and so that's what we're going to do today, give a few tips and pointers. Be right back with you. All right, we're going to go over several things today. We're going to go over stance, we're going to go over starts, we're going to go over catching the ball, we're going to talk about yak yards, and down the road we'll talk about beating double coverage, we'll talk about pre-snap read, post-snap read, all those types of things. Right now I just want to tell you that wherever you play at, whatever level you're playing at, make sure you learn from your coach and do the things that they have you do. Years ago, I went to K-State and I worked with a great receiver coach named Greg Peterson under Coach Snyder, and he showed a lot of great things. There's a coach at University of Central Missouri, Coach Conway, showed some great things. When I watched a little bit of the Chiefs workout, they had a coach there that Wally Joyner, I'm sure not Wally Joyner, Charlie Joyner. He showed some great things. People like Eddie Kennison, Dante Hall, learned some great things from those guys. Steve Spurrier Jr. was the receivers coach at Oklahoma. Learned some things from him. So learned a lot of things from a lot of different people. And so today we're going to go over just a few things that'll hopefully help you in receiver play. Okay, first thing in football is, I want you to remember the phrase, receivers receive. If you can't catch the football, then you need to be on the offensive line or be somewhere else, because it's important to be able to catch the football. And anybody can catch a ball that's right here. We want you to be able to catch a ball that's up here, a ball that's way out here, a ball that's down low, a ball that's not perfect for you. We want you to be able to catch those. That's how you separate yourself, being able to catch a bad ball. So make sure you get a lot of work on catching bad balls. So if you don't have Peyton Manning or Tom Brady throwing to you, odds are you're going to get some bad balls. So you got to be able to catch those balls. Receivers should not be going back to the huddle saying it was a bad pass. Okay, if the ball touched your hand, I expect you to catch it 8.5 out of 10 times. Even the NFL guys drop footballs, but most of the time you should be able to catch a ball that's thrown to you. And it's not that hard. It just takes a lot of practice, and mentally you got to think you're going to catch that football, and you get good at it, and then after that, then it's the yak yard thing where you get yards after the catch. The most important thing on receiver play is the cross. See, the football has made is the cross. If you keep your eye on the cross, and that cross represents over 2,000 years ago, a guy named Jesus Christ came to this earth, died, and rose again for you and for me. If you keep your eyes on the cross, your whole life you won't steer wrong. Okay, so I teach my receivers to keep their eyes on that cross. Okay, so when that ball's coming in there, you look at the cross, you catch it, and as soon as you catch it, you tuck it in immediately. Okay, catch the ball, tuck it in immediately. If you're on the right side of the field, you're going to put the ball in your right hand, so you can use your left hand to get rid of the bad guy. Bad guy is anybody not wearing your uniform. Okay, in this case, it's Pitt State, so let's say it's Northwest out there, Missouri Southern, bang, it's the bad guy. So the ball's on the right side, you use that left hand to keep that guy off you. Okay, that's going to save you a lot of pain and suffering. It's also going to help you get the yak yards, because of the fact that you're going to keep that guy separated from your body. You got the ball at the sideline, so if for some reason something does happen and it goes out, the chance of it going out of bounds are greater here than if you had it on the inside hand. Okay? Let's say I catch the ball, I'm on the left side of the field, and the ball goes in my left hand. And then I use my right hand to get rid of the bad guy, where I know who that is. Okay? So the idea there is the same as on the right side of the field. I'm going to use this hand to hit that guy with the soft part of my palm here in his helmet. Keep him off. It won't hurt him, but you're going to keep him off your body. Okay? If you're in traffic, you catch the ball and you're in traffic, then you've got two hands on the ball. Because if I was in traffic, there's a guy on my legs, a guy upper body, and I got the ball in one hand, then somebody's going to be trying to strip that ball away from me. So if you're in traffic, get two hands on the ball. Okay? All right. I tell my receivers, once you catch the ball, the play is not over until you get into the end zone. So you catch that ball, get your feet down, bang, and stick it and get to the end zone. Okay? Hardly ever you catch the ball and just fall down. Or catch the ball and just go run out of bounds unless it's a time situation. You got a few seconds left trying to get in position for a field goal. So most of the time, once you catch this football and you tuck it away, you get in the end zone. Okay, so that's a mentality. Okay. The other thing is how you hold the ball, pressure points on the ball. So I like to, if at all possible, try to have where I've got 2 fingers on top and 3 underneath. I've got the ball to my side, like I said, I'm on the right side here, and I'm using my arm, my forearm, and all this in here to protect the ball. That 5 points of pressure. So I got the ball in here high and tight. At one school I went to, I remember years ago, I went to Oklahoma University, and they had the guys carrying the ball way up high up in this area. So there's probably different ways of carrying the ball, but one of the ways I like is to have the ball right in here where you're running just like you're out for track. Okay? When you're receiving your stance, you're out for track because you're running, trying to get loose, trying to get open, going fast, and then once you catch the ball, then you become a running back. Okay? So until you catch the ball, you're something else. And once you catch the ball, you got the ball in your hand, then you become a running back. Pressure points on the ball. 2 fingers on top, 3 underneath. Okay, there's different ways of doing that. In one school they have the finger on the nose. Some defensive players are taught to put that helmet on the nose, so that's going to make your little pinky hurt a little bit there. So if you like so, you're still going to be in pretty good shape. One hand on the ball, ball's high, and you're running like you're running in track once you get there. And keep your eyes open. And also another thing, when after you catch a ball, you catch a long post, let's say, or a fly pattern. Once you catch, you run it. Don't just run in a straight line and get 30 yards and get tackled. I see it happen over and over again. As you're running, if that guy's taking a proper pursuit angle towards you, you have to give him a little shake and bake. Okay, I've seen the real good ones do that. Once you get down here and you see the guy coming on you, give him a little shake and bake, mess up his pursuit angle, and then take off and take it to the house. Don't just run and get all you can and go out of bounds on that situation. Okay, that was a little something extra. That was free. Okay, so we showed you how to hold the ball. We showed you how to catch a ball. When you catch a ball, you catch it with your eyes. Some people say get your nose behind the ball. So the idea is you're going to catch the ball and you're going to see that ball. So if you can get your feet in place to get behind the ball, bang, go ahead and catch it. And take a picture of it. Take a picture and look at that cross that I already told you about. Okay, catch it with 2 hands and then tuck the ball in. Okay, as much as possible, catch the ball with your hands. Okay, we call it mud cat if you have to catch it with your shoulder pads. I notice even watching NFL and college, some guys will catch the ball with their chest most of the time, and there again, that's a personal preference there. Most of the guys I've worked with like you catch the ball with your hands. Soft hands. It should be like, shouldn't be like a hard thing where it hits and it falls off. Soft hands. And you're forming that, some people call it a diamond, some call it a noose, that type of thing, if the ball's above your waist. So something like this, anywhere up in here, you're going to catch the ball like so. Like so. If it's below your waist, you're going to get the pinkies together. Okay, pinkies together. So if you have to bend your knees, bend your knees. But you don't want to try to catch the ball right behind your knee here because that ball will bounce off your knee here. But you're going to catch the ball with your pinkies together. Bang, look the ball and immediately tuck it away. Okay? If my quarterback was where you are right here, you catch it, turn, head north to the end zone. Quickest distance to that end zone is a straight line. So after you catch the ball, don't keep going in a diagonal fashion unless you're putting a move on a defender. You don't want to go as much east-west. You want to go north. You want to go north. So catch the ball, turn, and get to the end zone right away. Pressure points on that football. Make sure, because then you're going to get to make a 20-yard catch and then fumble the ball. Okay, so make sure you hold the ball properly. Don't hold the ball like this. Don't hold the ball like this. Don't hold the ball like this. Okay? Don't hold the ball like this. Tuck that ball in with pressure points on that ball. And hang on to it until you get into the end zone. And then you can toss the ref or you can do whatever you want to do. But don't just, don't before you get to the end zone, start doing crazy things. You've seen some guys have missed touchdowns because of stuff like that. So hang on that ball until you get in the end zone. Okay? That's my technique on catching the ball and looking the ball in, pressure points. Next thing is stance. We'll go over stance.